What's up, lords and ladies? I'm sorry. I guess you're not used to my what's ups. Oh my goodness, I scared this little girl. But what's up, lords and ladies? Welcome back to another video on this channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a video on this little tiny baby bearded dragon. Lately I've been doing, some videos on her, and I really do hope that you guys are enjoying them. I really want to make like a playlist on raising her up, because I think it'll be pretty cool, as I did hatch her out. But today I'm going to be doing a 101 feeding slash diet on what to feed, how to feed, and how often to feed a baby bearded dragon. And as you can see, she's kind of looking around for food. So I hope that she's hungry and is actually excited for today's video. And I hope you guys are doing as well, good as well. But right now what I'm going to be doing is actually going to be feeding her. So with that being said, let's get started with this video. Let's go. I was about to do a zoom in, but then I saw her giving me the stink eye like, you better not yell. But you already know what time it is. Okay, little girl. Okay, look, I know you're new to this, but we're gonna make you into a superstar, okay? You already know what time it is. Like, you should be already like aware that I'm, gonna be zooming into your face a lot, okay? Don't be giving me that look. But you already know what time it is. We gotta zoom in. I gotta stay quiet because I don't want to freak her out. She's giving me that stink eye. Look at her. But honestly, I'm excited to feed her, so let's go. Alright, so what I have here to feed my baby bearded dragon is actually some crickets and some mealworms. Now, as you can see, these are actually really small. As a bearded dragon grows, you could obviously give them much bigger meals. These mealworms, I couldn't find ones that were a bit smaller than these, so I do have these as backup just in case she doesn't want these crickets, or if I run out of crickets, or in this case some of them are already starting to die, unfortunately. But good thing I have two sets. These are doing fine. I think this just got too moist. But what happens with a baby bearded dragon is that you really want to focus on their diet, especially as they're growing. So their diet is mostly going to consist of 80% protein and 20% veggies and other things like fruits, and also salads and stuff like that. But what I have here is, of course, some crickets that I'm going to be feeding her. So with that being said, let's start feeding her. Yeah. All right, so what I'm going to be doing right now is just dropping in a couple of crickets that I have in this container. Now, as you can see, she's a little bit, oh, she just you okay, girl? Oh my goodness, as you can see, like, that kind of gets her in a panic mode by me putting my hand in here. So I'm gonna stay as quiet as I can because I don't want to freak her out and I actually want her to eat. So I'm just gonna drop some crickets. Okay, if you kind of see a cricket. Oh, she ate it. You see that? Okay, so that's a really good sign, because she's been kind of scaring me lately. You can kind of see the crickets running in front of her. But she's been kind of scaring me lately because she's not been eating any crickets on her own. I've kind of had to put it in front of her, as well as maybe feed her some really small mealworms. But it's a really good thing that she ate at least one cricket on her own. That actually makes me really happy. So hopefully she eats this one. Nope, that cricket survived. But it's honestly not as tricky as most people may think, keeping a bearded dragon of this size. But you do have to be very aware that they're very fragile, and any little thing can stress them out. They can stop eating, and because they're so small, they could easily get sick, and that's the last thing you want to do, because a small bearded dragon of this size is going to take a little bit harder to recover from an illness. Yes, it ate too. That's actually really good. So I'm really happy that this little girl is actually eating on her own, especially crickets, because that means I could now, know that she's going to be eating them when I put them inside of her enclosure. So I'm going to leave the crickets inside with her. And of course, I'm going to take them out before the lights turn off. But bearded dragons, especially baby bearded dragons, they have quite the appetite. They might not eat as much as an adult bearded dragon, but they do require you to feed them almost, yeah, I would say every single day. Feed them insects as well as give them water, either through spraying them or droplets on their little tiny faces. But you definitely need to stay on top of feeding them and giving them the proper balanced meals, because these guys are pretty delicate, and since they're growing, they require a lot of nutrients. As you know, he eats his third cricket, so I'm really happy that she's doing well, and I can't wait for her to continue to grow. If you guys do want me to make a full-on care video on how to take care of a bearded dragon of this size, let me know in the comment section down below, because I don't really know how many of you guys have a bearded dragon of this size. I know a lot of you guys have adult bearded dragons, but a baby bearded dragon, you know, not too many take the risk of owning one, because they do require a lot of attention to details. Yeah. Now, something just as important when it comes to focusing on what she's eating, whether it is what type of veggies you give them, also what type of insects. The very most important thing is, of course, water. Like I mentioned before, these guys get dehydrated very quickly. And if you're not giving them water and you're giving them a lot of protein, which they require at this age, you know, they can get constipated and actually not be able to digest their food. So I'm just gonna drop some water in her enclosure. Now, what I like to do is, of course, use this like ketchup bottle that's like empty, and you can see her like she's dipped her head. She's so cute. Look at her. She's like drinking water. So I like going in there in the morning or midday, like 2 hours after the light turns on. I'd go in there and give her water, and then afterwards, you know, throughout the day I might go in there as well. But at night it's very important, because that is when, you know, I feed her. Usually feed her in the afternoon, her crickets and everything else. So I do like to give her water as well. So look at her. Now, of course, like I said, there's so much more that comes to taking care of her, and I really do hope that you guys are enjoying me making these videos of her, because honestly, it'll be so cool to see her all grown up, and we could look back to see when she was this small. We're like basically raising a baby bearded dragon. So I really just wanted to make this quick video, sort of a quick update. And I know I've been making these videos about her quite often, but I just can't get, you know, my head around the fact that I own a baby bearded dragon of this size. Even though I've owned them before, it's always cool to actually get it once again and raise it up. Because BB, believe it or not, BB and Wilbert, yes, Wilbert, I'm talking about you, and you too, BB. But yeah, they were about the same size when I got them. So Wilbert, I don't know if you guys remember, I did an unboxing video, and yeah, he was basically like about that size. So it's really cool that she's eventually gonna be just as big as them. So hopefully her personality isn't like Wilbur, because Wilbur is the father. It's gonna be interesting. Look at her. But let me know in the comment section down below what I should name her. I'm really leaning towards the name Miracle, because it is a miracle that she even made it from the egg. Because if you guys follow her story, she came from an egg, or a clutch of eggs that were molding out, and she was the only one that survived. So it is like one of those names that kind of suit her. Some of you guys were saying name her like Solo, name her a whole bunch of names you guys were giving me in the comment section down below. But this time around, let me know. That way I could actually choose a name, and I'll probably do a draw or something, or most popular one wins. So yeah, look at her. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this very short video on what I feed my bearded dragon and how I basically go about feeding them. You know, I'm definitely going to be continuing making videos on her, especially her journey to adulthood or juvenile, or basically being a bigger bearded dragon. So if you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe, hit that post notification bell button to stay posted for future videos. I'm Lord of Lion. Keep the blood pumping, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
Here it goes. Here we go.
Peace.
You gotta hit that notification. Hit that notification. Hit that notification button, baby. You gotta hit that notification. Hit that notification.